If you're feeling lost, blame the stars. And here's why. You see, right now we've got Aries and Neptune, and we also have Saturn and Neptune. And this month, Saturn and Neptune are conjunct. They're going to have an exact conjunction. But it's not just that Saturn and Neptune are conjunct. It's that they're supported in what they're doing. And I don't know if any of us as astrologers really know for certain what it's going to do, because we have not had Saturn conjunct Neptune in ages, especially with Pluto sextile in Aquarius and Uranus sextile in Gemini. And we're in a Leo month at this moment of the recording, and I'm very concerned. We're about to have our full moon in Aquarius tomorrow, so we have that. And I'm concerned because this is all flowing, like it's in alignment. Everyone's been talking about this alignment, the planets are in alignment and whatnot. And usually this kind of alignment is a good thing. It's not usually a negative thing, a bad thing, or anything like that. But there's several things. I don't feel comfortable with Uranus and Gemini. Okay, that's number one. And you can look on, I've talked about Uranus and Gemini. It's erratic. Okay, Uranus is always where craziness is occurring. But the fact that it's in Gemini, Gemini is already not trustworthy. Geminis are known for being dual phase, double phase, or double, you can't trust double tongue. They're false. They don't mean to be, I don't think. Sometimes I think they just want to keep the peace, so they'll lie. But it's important that, we understand that right now, that with Uranus and Gemini for the next 7 years, by the way, 7 years, that anything could be said. What we're saying, what we're writing, what we're seeing on camera, what you're seeing right now, and even with me, what your television, movies, videos, images, photography, modeling, probably media, all of that's going to be affected. What people think is beautiful, all of that's going to be changing. It's a restart too, because we're in Aries. And one of the things that I've been saying is that this conjunction is major, yeah. But the thing that gets me is that it's so young. Aries is the first sign of the zodiac. It's the baby. It's like it's taking baby steps. So Neptune is taking baby steps. Saturn is taking baby steps because Saturn hates being in Aries. It's square Capricorn. Of course it's not happy. It's square where it normally is. So we're seeing something that's not really a positive thing. But it's very immature. It's childish. So we can expect to see childish things. Things you would see like in a playground at an elementary school. But things that you would have you would think that we already know. But we may be going through these things again. And I think, I'm trying to remember which is, I think it's Neptune. One of them is retrograde right now. And while it's retrograde, I think it's giving us a chance to kind of reevaluate what our belief system is, because Neptune and Aries can point to a false belief system, especially when you've got Saturn attached to it. It's not a good vibe, you guys. It's like building a faulty foundation, because Neptune is wobbly and faulty, and it's sitting on Saturn, which is trying to build this new foundation. But the foundation it's building, first of all, is very aggressive. I don't watch television a lot anymore because when I turn it on, I'm usually seeing people being beaten with batons, or they're throwing out gas or smoke bombs, or pepper spraying, or hunting down people, or it is frightening and scary. And it's happening on a massive scale because whenever Neptune happens or changes, it happens in a massive way. It affects an entire generation. We're in a situation that's going to affect an entire generation. One of the things I said to my daughter the other day is that I feel sorry for the children who are being born with this Neptune and Saturn in Aries, because these children are going to be so aggressive, and their belief systems are going to be really so twisted. We've got some, it's all in agreement. So whatever they come to, their conclusion, it's all in agreement. It's all going to be flowing. It's going to be hard to stop it. Even if it's wrong, even if it's dangerous, even if it's aggressive, if it's violent, there's no check and balance system. Just like in our government right now, there's really no check and balance system. It's like a train running out of control. And that's the way I feel about these planets. They're air and fire planets. There's very little humanity in air and fire planets. There's creativity. There's intelligence. But feeling, that might not even be there. There's not so much about the feeling. I think what also bothers me is that Aries, Saturn, and Neptune are squaring this Jupiter in Cancer, because we just had this Jupiter move into Cancer a month or so ago. And normally, and hopefully Cancer is going to pull away from the square, but Jupiter in Cancer is usually emotional. It usually gives some empathy, some nurturing, some caring, like actually people caring about things and people and others. But I just feel like it's been nonstop. It's been a lot of this ice stuff. We've seen some neighborhoods gather together to try to stop their friends and stuff being carted away. But even with that, we still are beginning to emulate World War II Germany. And it's sad because I kind of predicted it. Like I said, Uranus in Gemini hasn't been in Uranus hasn't been in Gemini since World War II. So we're back on a certain trajectory, and only we as a people can change that trajectory. We just had a recent election in America. I know we voted in Washington State over this last week, and one of the things I keep saying is the only way we can fix what is going on is to change it on a local level. You're not going to be able to change what they're doing in Congress unless you change who your representatives are in Congress. When you do that, then you'll see the change. But if you don't go out and vote, you're not going to see the change. If you don't get a new representative, there won't be any change, right? So it has to start somewhere, and it's probably going to have to start at the local level before it's ever going to get up to, say, a level of a Trump or something. Because there's all of the House and Senate and all of those people who are making or allowing these decisions to be made. So I wanted to just kind of go over this topic. I feel like a lot of people have been feeling out of it. They don't know why they're out of it. They just know something feels off. It feels off. Like maybe the decisions, people feel like the decisions are backwards. We're in a backwards time. Nothing makes sense. Wake me up. What kind of world is this? If we're in a parallel universe. I mean, I've been seeing it everywhere. That this is, a common thread now, that people are thinking, what is going on? How can we fix this? We're in this crazy parallel world and it's not positive. And if you've been thinking that, just know that, yeah, it is weird because, yeah, there are crazy decisions being made, but all the planets are in alignment with it. Like the planets are going along with it. So unless something comes along that's going to change this trajectory, change what's going on. Everything's just flowing in this one direction, even though it's a horrific direction. So I pray that we have change. I pray that we move into a different direction, and I pray that you find a way to stay awake and to stay positive and to have hope, even though it does feel like there's no hope, or that we're moving toward a time of no hope. So hold on to your hope and your faith. Faith is a really big word. Neptune rules faith. And I'm so afraid that so many people are losing their faith. So make sure you find it in whatever it is. I'm not going to tell you what to believe in. I'm just going to tell you to believe in something. Okay. Anyway, this has been Adrian, Capricorn Tigress of Astrology, a look inside. If you haven't already done so, be sure to subscribe to the channel and hit the like button. And, share the video if you like it. Get the word out to me. There might be other people who are feeling a little crummy and don't know why. So hopefully this will give them a little bit of a clue of what might be happening, at least with the planets. Much love to everybody.